proof of associative law. So here we are going to prove the associative law number 1 of equivalent fundamental statements. So here, in order to prove the associative law number 1 of equivalent fundamental statements under the advanced level, so here we need 3 statements. So here let us suppose those 3 statements as, one as P, the second one as Q, and the third one as R. So here we have to prove the law number 1 as PRQ or R is identically equals to P or Q or R. Then now, so here the associative law number 1 states that PRQ or R. So here we have to prove that PRQ or R is identically equals to PR Q or R. Then now the proof starts. So in our proof, let us suppose the 3 statements, let P comma Q comma R are 3 statements. Then now, so here to be proved condition is off. So we have to prove PRQ or R is identically equals to PR Q or R. So this is to be proved condition. Then now, in order to prove this condition, we need the truth values of the left hand side simple statement and as well as the truth values of the right hand side simple statement. So in case the truth values of the left hand side and as well as the right hand side statements are identical or same, then it is said to be, say here the left hand side will be identically equals to the right hand side, or in other words, so left hand side will be equivalent to the right hand side. Then by showing the given statement by the truth values in a truth table. So here we are going to show this given statement, that is P or Q or R is identically equals to P or Q or R. So by means of their truth values in the truth table. Then now the next logical step will be off. So here the to be proved condition is of PRQ or R is identically equals to PR Q or R. Then now the truth table is off. But here in order to prove this condition, so here already we have discussed that we need 3 statements that has P, Q and R. So here let us take the first statement as P, the second statement as Q and the third statement as R. Then now here let us give the numberings of these columns 1, 2, 3, whereas in the first 3 columns we have taken the 3 statements that has P, Q and R. So these are the 7 columns in which first 3 columns are stated by means of the 3 statements, that is P, Q and R, whereas on the left hand side we need P or Q. So here in the next column, that is the fourth column, let us find out the P or Q, or in other words the disjunction. So here V indicates the, this connective V indicates the or. So here disjunction P or Q. Then later let us find out the total LHS, that is P or Q or R. Then now on the RHS, within the small brackets there is of disjunction of the two sets, two statements, that is Q and as well as R. So here let us find out first of all the Q or R. Then later the complete statement, that is complete simple statement, that is P or Q or R. So here left hand side is in the column number 5 and the right hand side is in the column number 7. In case the truth values of the columns 5 and as well as 6 are same or similar, then the left hand side will be identically equals to the right hand side. Then now, but here when we assume a single statement, then the statement will be of either true or false, but not both. But in case when we assume two statements, then there are four possibilities, that is both may be true, both may be false. If one is true, the other may be false. If one is false, the other will be of true. But here we have assumed three statements, that as P, Q and R, then the possibilities will be of 8. So here to write the possibilities of 8, the easiest manner of writing the possibilities is of. So in the first column, that is under the P, the truth values of the P we can assume in this manner. So here there are of 8 possibilities, then half of it is of 4. So first 4 let us take as truth values as true, and the next 4 let us assume as falses. So here F and F. Then now here in the first case, under the first column we took 4 truths and 4 falses, then half of that will be of 2. Then now let us take, so here under the second column, so let us take 2 truths and 2 falses, then similarly and so on, 2 truths and 2 falses. Then whereas in the, so here in the second column we took 2 truths and 2 falses, say half of the 2 is of 1. Then now in the third column let us take 1 true and 1 false, and similarly and so on, 1 true and 1 false. Then now true and false, here also true and false. These are the 8 possibilities. So here this is the easiest way of reminding. Then now in order to find out P or Q, the connective is of R, then this come under the disjunction. We have to find out the disjunction of P and as well as Q statements. But the condition of the disjunction is of, if the first statement P is of true, if P is of false, and the second statement Q is also of false, that means the truth values of both the statements must be of false, then the disjunction also will be of false. Then now P is under the column number 1 and Q is under the column number 2. We have to search under column number 1 and 2. So here both must be of falses. So both the statements must be of false. Then only the disjunction will be of false. So we have to see for F and F in first two columns. F and F is not there up to this extent. So here F and F is not there up to this extent. F and F here in last two columns, last two rows. So here F and F, the disjunction will be of F, and F and F disjunction will be of F, and the remaining all will be of true. Then now, whereas in the next one we have to find out P or Q or R. So here this R indicates the disjunction. So here let us find out the disjunction of these two statements, that is P or Q and as well as R. So as per the condition of the disjunction, if both the truth values of the first and second statements is false, then the disjunction will be of false. So P or Q must be of false and R also must be of false, then only the disjunction will be of false. This is the condition of the disjunction. Then now here P or Q lies in the fourth column, or R lies in the third column. We have to see in the reverse manner. So here fourth and third column, we have to see first of all for P or Q, fourth column, then next the third column. Then now here P or Q must be F and R also must be F. So both these statements under third and fourth column, so here both these statements must be of false. The truth values must be false. So here FF is not there up to this extent, F and F is not there up to this extent. Then now here F and F is not there. Only one row, that is F and F, both P or Q and as well as R are of falses. Therefore the disjunction also will be of false, and whereas the remaining all will be of true. Then now, so here in order to find out this Q or R, so here R indicates the disjunction of the two statements, that is Q and R. So here the condition of the disjunction is of, if Q is of false statement and R is also of false statement, then the disjunction also will be of false statement. Then now here under Q or R, so here Q lies under the second column and R lies under the third column. So under second and third columns we have to search for false and false statements. So F and F is not there up to this extent, whereas here in this row F and F, Q is of the false and the truth value of R is also of false. So F and F will give us the disjunction as false. Then now here the next two. So here FF is not there, whereas in the last one, last row, so here Q is of false and the truth value of R is also of false, therefore the disjunction also will be of false, whereas the remaining all will be of true. Then now let us find out the disjunction, whereas here connective is of R. Say here the connective between the two statements, that is P and as well as this bracket, that is Q or R, is of R, therefore R come under the disjunction. So here the condition of the disjunction is off. If P is off, the statement P is off, the truth value of the first statement P is of false and the truth value of Q or R also must be of false. If both the statements are of false, then the disjunction also will be of false. Then now we have to see P under the first column, then now Q or R. So here Q or R is in the sixth column. We have to see first and the sixth columns. So here in order to find out the disjunction of P and as well as Q or R. So both must be of falses. So under 1 and 6 columns we have to see falses and falses. So here true, it is true, then now true, it is also true, then now true and true, then now here it is true and it is false, but we need both these statements as false statements. So here F and T, so it is of F and T, so it is also of F and T, last one is of F and F. So here is of first statement, that is P is of a false statement and the truth value of the Q or R is also of false, therefore the disjunction also will be of false and the remaining all will be of true. Then now, so in order to prove this condition, so we have to see under the columns, that is P or Q or R. So P or Q or R is lying in under the column number 5. Then now here right hand side P or Q or R, P or Q or R is lying under column number 7. We have to see under 5 and 7 columns the truth values of 5 and 7 columns. So here first 7 truth values are true and the last one is of false. So here also under the 7th column first 7 truth values are true and the last one is of false. So from this it is clear that the truth values of the columns 5 and as well as 7 are of similar or same. So hence we can write the P or Q or R is identically equals to P or Q or R. Whereas in the next logical step, since so here since the truth values of the columns 5 and as well as 7 are similar, hence so here left hand side is of P or Q or R. So here left hand side is of P or Q or R is identically equals to, or in other words equivalent to, so here P or Q or R. So here hence it is proved.